arsenal, and there's no law. I'll call the department up and go, well, there was no law, but people were scared. What? I mean, how do they arrest people when there's no law? I mean, it's so creepy.
And that's why we're not going to stop with just having the charges dropped. We are filing a civil lawsuit. I signed the contract yesterday with my attorney, and we're going to put an end to it one way or the other. And unfortunately, you know, I'm sure they're probably going to dig their heels in, but for the sake of people like Sergeant Sampson and the other troops in this area that have reached out to me and said this happened to me as well. I don't want another soldier to have to go through what I went through, and not just soldiers. I don't want any citizen to go through what I've gone through.
Well, listen, when I was a kid and then even a teenager and 20-something, everywhere, even in the city, you know, good old boys had rifles in their you know, cab. They had it up there with the gun rack. And the reason that ended is the cops pull you over and harass you. A guy driving around in a truck with a deer rifle, he's not hiding and he's obviously not a criminal. That only scares criminals. This is not Chicago, you know, murder capital of the world where they've taken the guns. So it's time for us to do what you've done. Exercise it or lose it. Thank you so much for the time. I want to give you 3 or 4 minutes to make any other point, Sergeant, Master Sergeant, that you want to make about this fight. But I want to just say this. Your fight is our fight. And if the viewers out there, don't stand with you and don't donate and don't support you when they dig their heels in, if we don't dig these people out, these violators of our republic, then we deserve everything that happens. Because like you said, they have violated your 4th, your 5th. They falsely charged you. And if they'll do that in like deep in the heart of Texas, I mean, Ted Nugent lives down the street from you. I mean, Ted Nugent, you know he lives right there? I'm going to talk to Uncle Ted. Have you heard what he has to say about this?
Oh, I didn't even know he weighed in on it.
Yeah, but well, I mean, there's some stuff on his site, but I'm going to call him tonight and see what he has to say. But Ted Nugent needs to come to your aid. I mean, because, you know, he knows all the police in that area and that county. This is outrageous. Other points you'd like to add?
Yeah, just, I mean, again, an exercise or a right that's not exercised is a right that's lost. And we need to stop. We need to get away from this mentality. I don't disrespect police officers. I really don't. My refusal to answer questions or standing up to them has nothing to do with disrespect. It has to do with respecting rights. And, you know, I shake the hands of police officers everywhere I go. But when I'm the target, when I'm the guy that the phone call is against, unless I'm charged with a crime, I do not answer any questions, and I will not surrender any of my rights. And we need to stop doing that. We need to get out of this mentality that it's just easier if we do what they say. But if we do what they say and what they say is illegal or unconstitutional, then what we are telling them is it's okay to disobey the Constitution. It's okay to disobey the law, and you don't have to honor your oath.
Sure. What do you make of other things happening in America? I mean, I know you're active duty, but what's your take on them meeting with the Saudi ambassador last night, or the Saudi foreign minister, and like releasing all these guys, these Saudis that were at the event, and then the media trying to blame Tea Partiers out of the gate, saying it's not, like 2 days ago, it's not Saudi Arabia, it's a Tea Partier. Well, if they don't know who did it, how are they saying it's patriots that did it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll phrase it this way. I think we live in an extra constitutional society. That's the media's MO. I mean, anytime there's anything, the first thing they're going to go to is the Tea Party. They've demonized the Tea Party to no end, and it's probably not going to ever stop.
All right. Well, listen, thank you. Anything else you'd like to add? After the interview's over, you'll probably remember something.
No, sir. I think I'm good.
So when's the suit getting filed? Very soon?
Well, like I said, we just filed the paperwork for the contract yesterday. I think next week is when it'll be filed with the Texas Tort Committee or whatever it's called. And the Texas Tort Commission will decide whether or not they're going to just pay out or they're going to make it go to trial. And what my attorney said is they've never paid out. They always take it to trial, whether they're going to win or lose, because they don't want to just admit that their officers were wrong.
C.J. Grisham, I would advise you to do that as well, but launch multiple defenses. I would go to the city council yourself, and I'd have people videotape it, put that on YouTube, and I would start a media campaign and just go in there and say, you've got rogue officers doing this, or was this ordered? I would call for an investigation. I would go meet with the police chief. I would go meet with the sheriff as well and say, Sheriff, are you going to tell your deputies act like this? I mean, I think that's a good course as well.
I'm pretty much staying away from the police until this this criminal charge is over with, because the last thing I want is, you know, to have them invent something else. But I definitely plan on meeting with the city council and expressing myself once the criminal charges have been dropped, and that's what I expect.
Wow. C.J. Grisham, thank you so much for the time. And again, we're going to put up on screen your website here for people. Is your site the best place to go?
Yeah, that's the best place to go.
And they can find a link right there to donate. All right. Well, thank you so much for the time, and thanks for standing up for the Second Amendment.
Thank you. Yeah, just go to ASP in the news link, and it'll have all the information there.
ASP right there in the news link, folks. Click on that, as you can see on screen, and then go to the ASP link right there, and you can donate right there on the website. All right, we'll talk to you again soon and get updates on this.
Thanks, Alex.